I think it's safe to say that I am not in the Caribbean anymore. Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Holy crap, is it cold. I'm in Boone, North Carolina. As you know, we are not in the Caribbean no more. And it is snowing very nicely, very beautiful. Quite a big snowstorm moving into this area right now here in early January here in 2025. I hope everyone had a great new year. Hope you get everything you want this year, especially health. Health is the most important thing. When people ask me what I want to do for this year, I don't like to really give any New Year resolution other than hopefully health. Health is good. If health is good, everything else will be okay. So let's go do a little walk around here in Boone, North Carolina. Town of Boone. Let's do it. So right here on the corner of King Street and South Depot Street, we have the Drip Coffee Bar right here. And right out in front of it, we have this little thing. This is Doc Watson, just one of the people. Check him out playing his guitar. He is a gospel singer. I gotta say, I feel a little bit underdressed today. I would love to have some of those boots right there, but I'm sporting my Brooks tennis shoes. I do not have any snow boots with me, but I bet that would actually make my toes feel a little bit better. They're a little chilly right now. And this right here is the Mast General Store since 1883. And they still have quite a bit of Christmas stuff out here. Right here is the Grinch. That Grinch toboggan right there, that looks pretty sweet. Merry Grinchmas. Alright, so you can see the main drag down there, King Street, as the snow has kind of tapered off a little bit. It might just started sleeting somewhat, but I wanted to walk up here and check this out. This home here is called the Jones House. And it says it's on the National Register of Historic Places, built in 1908, and now it serves as a cultural and community center for the community of Boone. The weather is not doing us any favors today. The snow has now subsided, and now it is sleeting here in Boone, North Carolina. Woo, and it is quite chilly. Got a few other things we're going to go look at. We're not going to let it slow us down. We're going to make our way down here to the old theater. I love old theaters. They have a good one here in town, and we're going to check it out now. All right, now I've made my way down here to West King Street and Appalachian Street, and right here we have a Jimmy John here on the corner. And then if you're a fan of ASU, Appalachian State University, check out this place right here. This is the home of the Mountaineers here in Boone, North Carolina, by the way. They have a ton of items in there. This is like your go-to spot, it looks like, for Appalachian State merchandise. All right, I made it over here. This is the Appalachian Theater. I love the overhang on this place. This is so cool. What an awesome looking theater right here. So this theater, a little history about it, was built in 1938 by a guy by the name of Ralph Winkler. In the early years, Doc Watson, who we just seen earlier, we seen a little statue of him early on, Bill Monroe, and guess who else played here? Y'all remember Minnie Pearl? Minnie Pearl supposedly even played right here at the Appalachian Theater. And I remember Minnie Pearl from the show Hee Haw. So if you guys remember Minnie Pearl back in the day, some of you younger people probably don't know who Minnie Pearl is, but if you watched Hee Haw back in the 80s, you might know who Minnie Pearl is. Definitely put in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll tell you one thing. I know this has been renovated because this is really, really nice looking ticket booth right here. I love finding these old theaters like this, and they've been fixed up. Always looks so freaking cool. We're coming from this direction right here. We just seen the Appalachian Theater down there, and I come across another sportswear store. This is called the Appalachian Sportswear, and they have a ton of ASU merchandise also here. So earlier I thought, hey, that was your go-to. No, not here in downtown Boone. You're going to have several opportunities to get all your Appalachian ASU merchandise. And right here is the Farm Cafe. Feed all regardless of means. I like the sound of that. Anytime you're invited into a place, they say regardless, feed all. I'm all on board with that. So earlier we was at the General Mass store. I was right there on that storefront right there. And then if you look right up there, you see there's a camera right where the regular brick is in the yellow brick. You can actually go online. If you just Google search like live camera downtown Boone or something like that, you will see it come up, and it will be that camera right there, and you'll see that Mass General Store sign in a lot of the shots. So really cool. If you ever wanted to see, hey, what's the weather like in Boone before you come up here, here's a good way to do it. Get to see what the road conditions look like, because in the wintertime it can turn really, really quick and get really icy, and there's a lot of ice coming, so we don't want to stick around for the ice. And right here is the famous Toastery. Breakfast, lunch, and brunch. What do they got to eat here? Let's go check this out a little bit. They got some sandwiches and some wraps. It's really good. Ooh, man, they got some avocado toast. A daybreak burrito. That sounds really good. Ooh, some mac and cheese dish going on right there. Famous biscuits and gravy. Guess what? I'm all in. 2 biscuits split and smothered with our famous sausage gravy, topped with 2 eggs any style. Wow. That is a gut grenade if I've ever heard one, but that's right up my alley. And here I am at Boone Antique Store. Look at this place. Appalachian Antique Mall. Look at all the things they have in there. Got some saddles. Is that an old Elvis Presley photo back there? Wow. Some dolls. Check out this Santa Claus right here. You don't see a Santa Claus that looks like that every day. Oh my God, look at this TV and that fan. Man, that's some old school stuff. I remember playing games like Atari and maybe just the regular NES, not even the Super NES on a TV, very similar to that at one of my best friend's house growing up. Next storefront we're going to visit is the Happy Place, Boone, North Carolina. Look at all these happy smiles. Look at that. And speaking of Happy Place, wow, look at that UFO, this little green man right here. This alien. But I gotta say, the happy faces, I know why they're happy. Look at the eyes right here. I'm not even gonna tell you, like, verbally what I've been smelling since I've been here in town, but it's a certain plant. I smell that. Even on a cold day like this, you can still smell it burning. And I've smelled that quite often. So right here on North Depot Street, I found this cool signage on the side of the building here, downtown Boone, elevation 3,333 feet. Live it up. All right, right here on the corner of West King Street and South Depot Street, we have this place here. This is called the Shops at Farmers. Family owned since 1924. We got Benchmark Provisions. This is another cool little shopping spot right here. They just got a little bit of everything scattered throughout, from clothing to coffee mugs, pottery items, things like that. Home decor. As I was looking at this, that's what made me say that. I see a Home Sweet Home sign right there. But yeah, man, Boone is loaded. I've not been up here in quite some time. Oh, and right here next to us, we got people in there enjoying their ice cream on a freezing cold day. But right here we got Ben & Jerry's. They got some hot stuff, but they're known for their ice cream. So that's what those people were doing. More App State stuff right here. This is the Alumni Hall. Yeah, so that's the third store that I've seen where you can buy some ASU merchandise. Oh man, this is a cool store right here. It's called Off the Rack. That is so awesome. I love that decal right there. It's so cool. But check out this old shirt. Have you seen one of those in recent memory? Camel Lights, Summer 81. And look, right there's another old poster. Remember the camel with the cigarette? I used to see that stuff when I was in Supercross racing. And they was always a sponsor of the series. Check out this. Now that's pretty cool right there. If you're a fan of the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, that's pretty sick shirt. I really like that sweatshirt quite a bit. Get the ice. Look at the icicles formulating up here on the overhang at the Mountain Running Company right here. And I love their wood carved runner out front here. Check out this guy. Look at the detail. That is pretty cool. I love that. That is so awesome. That is the Mountaineer runner, since we are here in the town of the Mountaineers. All right, I made my way on the opposite side of King Street now, and this is the Speakeasy Tattoo Company, Boone, North Carolina, established in 2008. And yes, walk-ins are welcome. Unfortunately for me, the sleet is starting to pepper down once again. I mean, you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it or see it or whatever, but my goodness, it is really, really coming down. I liked it better when it was snowing. Not a big fan of sleet and freezing rain. That's not very good. All right, it wouldn't be a walk around town type of a vlog if I did not show you the United States Post Office here in Boone, North Carolina. But here it is. And right here is the placard they got out front here. The United States Post Office, Boone, North Carolina, has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of Interior, 1938. All right, my friends, that is it for the downtown area. Now we're going to get into something that I really wanted to see while I was here today, and that is the graveyard. This is Boone Cemetery, and you notice there's a lot of graves right here behind me. I'm going to kind of spin around here. Just look at all those headstones, all these graves up here. We have the American flag flying. But something is very interesting about this graveyard that I wanted to show you. And the graveyard extends on out through there. But notice you don't see a whole lot. We got one big monument here, but you don't really see any headstones like we see on this side. And there's a reason for that. There's some history that goes along with this. And one of it kind of starts right here. Look at these rocks. See this line right here? The snow's kind of covering the rocks, but there's like just a split right down through the cemetery. That's because this is a segregated cemetery. This side over here was for the white folk back in the day, and this here was for the black folk. And it's very interesting because I found out some cool history when I was looking up about this place. I did not know this, but Boone had a free community of black folk back in 1850. That's pre-Civil War. They was living here in town in a little area, I think it was called Junaluska. And I thought that was very fascinating. And they still have a park area, they have a housing area, it's still alive and well today. But now, I mean, it's not just black folk living in there, it's white people. Everybody's living in harmony today up in that area, but everything's good. But I just thought this was so interesting that they have this graveyard up here. And as you see, a lot of the graves are kind of unmarked, or they're just like rocks, that kind of marks that maybe somebody's buried there. You can see them kind of scattered around. There is no inscription on them of any type, nothing chiseled in with a name or anything. Right here's some more right along the grounds here. But this is kind of cool right here. I like this. They got a monument up here now. It says Historic Black Cemetery, Town of Boone. And it says, this is the site of the Black Cemetery, which began as a burial ground for slaves of local landowner and storekeeper Jordan Council. Since 1956, the most members of the local black community have been buried at Clarissa Hill Cemetery, west of town. Most black graves at this historic site went unmarked, but records indicated the following people were buried here. And they have them all listed here. Look at these dates. Look at that, man. 1827, 1920, right there's an 1843 Beverly Williams. This is wild. But they got them all, and down here at the bottom it says, and others known only to God, and then it says dedicated on October 1st, 2017. Marker erected by the Junaluska Heritage Association and friends. So yeah, this is so freaking cool. I'm so glad I came over here and seen this little bit of history here in town. And that's the reason I like making these vlogs, is because guess what? You get to learn some stuff. And for me, I've always known I learn stuff better when I go out and I live it. Like, read about it, go live it, touch it. You know, that's how I remember things very well. I was never really all that great at school. I mean, I tried, I made okay grades, but I was never a straight A student or anything. And I think part of it was because it bored me, because I'm a busybody. I like to be on the go all the time. I like to do stuff and see things. And but when I get out and travel and just kind of see the world a little bit and see my state that I grew up in, I'm learning more and more about it. And holy crap, I never noticed this. Not to change too much, but up here in Boone, we got some windmills off in the distance. Look on that mountain up there. They got 2 windmills, 3 windmills. Only one of them spinning though. That's about normal with a windmill though. You don't always see them all moving at one time. When I was in Germany about 6 months ago, there was an abundance of windmills. Only about half of them turned, if that. But yeah, this is really cool. All right, I got one more thing I want to see before I leave, and it's all about food. There's actually a restaurant here in town that me and my family, when I was a kid, we used to come up here and go and eat family style food. It's kind of a popular place. I'm gonna go show it to you, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna go get off this mountain and go get warm. Look at this old gas pump right here, Gulf. Look at that, that is pretty awesome. And you got this 1930 Model A Ford just on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see it because of the reflection. Maybe I can help you out a little bit. Check that out. Do you know where this is located? This is at a restaurant here in town. A family style restaurant known as Daniel Boone Inn Restaurant here in downtown Boone. I've been here quite a few times over my life. Really good place to go eat. They serve breakfast here. They got lunch and dinner. Now their hours of the day have changed due to the weather, the inclement weather. They actually have a little sign right over here. This is normally where they have their hours and what they're serving for the day. But yeah, they're closing at 2 p.m. today due to the weather forecast. Sorry for the inconvenience. And it's actually located right across the street from Grace Lutheran Church, here off of 421, leading into downtown Boone. So you can't miss it. Definitely a good place to come eat. Try this out sometime. The Daniel Boone Inn Restaurant, serving since 1959. Got some really good fried chicken in there quite a few times. All kind of meats and stuff. Really good food. If you ever been to like a Paula Deen type of restaurant, it's kind of like that. And just as good, maybe better. I really enjoy this place a lot. Got some really good cakes and pies, desserts. It is yummy. It is so delicious. All right, my friends, the sleet, freezing rain, stuff's happening. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here in the frozen tundra of Boone. Before it gets too bad, I do want to get off this mountain and head down the road. I just want to thank everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas, a happy New Year. Be healthy, be happy. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, friends, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. And here's a little bonus footage for you. Look at the ice that had accumulated as I drove down the mountain, headed toward Wilkesboro. I gotta say, I'm glad to be out of that little ice event that I just went through. And I just want to take a moment to tell everybody to stay safe out there. I think I forgot to say that in my outro. I always like to say that. So stay safe.